All right. What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Giveaway Show. We've got a packed night tonight. A lot of different things going on. As usual, Paul is here to help hold it down, and I am Carl's Collects Comics. And welcome to the show. We're excited to be with you tonight. It's going to be we're going to have some cool stuff. I'm looking forward to talking a little bit about some action figure comic books. Some of my favorites we're gonna touch on. And we're also gonna see what Paul has to say with some of his. See if we can get out of Paul what his favorite action figures were growing up as a kid, or what his favorite action figure variants are currently today. We'll see. Let's see if we can get that. Inquiring minds want to know. Just a quick reminder to make sure and hit that like button if you haven't already for this video. It helps get the algorithm kicking and helps let people know that we are going live right now. In addition to our main comic or our main subject that we're going to be talking about tonight, we are also going to be we're going to have two segments tonight, two extra segments. One of them is Survey Says. It's a brand new segment that we started a month or two ago. We do it about every month. It is to take a look at what some of the answers are for the surveys over in the community tab of the YouTube channel. Lots of fun stuff, including y'all's recommendation for what Paul's branded name should be. I'm really looking forward to this because there's been a lot of conversation around it. Is he Professional Comics? Is he Paul Comics? Or is he something completely different? We'll find out right now what you, the chat, think. Also, we're going to be talking about a couple other surveys that are just really neat stuff. Where would you like to vacation? What team would you want to be a part of, and some other stuff. In addition to that, as if that wasn't enough, we're also going to be introducing another new segment called the Channel Spotlight. And we're going to be spotlighting another cool YouTube channel, another pick of mine for a channel that is well worth checking out. It's a channel that I've enjoyed myself. I like to go over there and get some really good ideas for geeky and nerdy products that are out on the market. And so we're going to be meeting our friend Adam and seeing what he has to say. And I'm just really excited about this. So I'm very glad that we were able to make it work and get him over here on the channel. So, but we'll be doing that a little bit after a little bit into the second half hour of the show. But right now we're going to go ahead and get things started. Let's see what Paul's up to. Paul, what are you up to right now? Let's see if we can get him to turn his camera on. let me go ahead and let me say hey to all the everybody in the chat while Paul's still. Paul needs a logo of his own. He's got Strictly's logo up right now. But hey, everybody, I'm glad that you're here with us, hanging out. Thank you for being here. Amazing Spider Flint, what's up? Yes, we were a few minutes late tonight getting started, but we're glad to be here. It's been a busy week, but this is one of the best times of the week for me because I get to hang out with you and we get to talk comics, and everything else just kind of fades away. Hector, what's up? Hector, good to see you there. Kip D, what's up? Party is starting. That's correct. L Green Machine, good to see you, sir. Spider Girl, hello and good evening to you as well. Glad that you're here with us. Let's see. Soul Twice, what's up? He is here, but he's currently being shy right now. He's bashful, but he's backstage. Let's see. A little bit of interplay there. So, hey, glad that you guys are all here. Let me. I'm gonna have to find the giveaway for tonight. It is back here. It is along with our theme. I'm giving up Survivors. LOL. You know what Survivors? What does that mean?
Yes.
All right. All right, so hey, real quick, couple of reminders just about the channel. We do have 3 different shows that we produce here on a regular basis. Monday Hall's live on Mondays at 10 p.m. Central. The giveaway show, which is what you're watching right now on YouTube, 1 p.m. Central also. And then Friday features. These are generally top 10 lists, creator interviews, LCS spotlights, and other features that don't fit into one of the other 2 live streams. Speaking of Friday features, Comic Collecting for Beginners is a 4-part video series that I produced for brand new comic collectors. Also, intermediate collectors can get a lot out of it. Lots of hints and tips and tricks. Make sure you watch this because it is completely free. It is in its own playlist over on the channel. You can find it in its own tab. And I do highly encourage you to watch it. Each segment is about 20 minutes long. But there's chock full of good stuff in there. A lot of cool stuff for you to see. So last week I didn't get to use my favorite little gift that I've got here, so I wanted to show it tonight. Yeah, there he is. That's Darkhawk right there, ladies and gentlemen. Darkhawk. One of the most 90s of 90s superhero characters. Let that just drink that in. Drink that in. All right, and then also from a few weeks back, because I'm just keeping it here because this is my official Paul gift right here.
Okay. What does that even
I don't know. Just something about it just says Paul to me.
Doesn't say Paul at all.
Oh, what?
Ready for the night. Look at that. Action figures, baby. A lot of y'all.
Is that an original? Is that an original?
Man, look at that. What is it?
What?
1984. I just want to say hello, everybody. I mean, I got a lot of stuff here that is beyond y'all's ages. Wow. I know y'all are like younger than I am. This is me right here. Transformers G1. That's me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this Bill Sinkovich goodness right here.
Nice.
So, I know that y'all are all younger than me, but, he said we're doing action figures, so got me another one.
Dude, what? Paul, I didn't know you had all this.
I have some, man. What you mean?
He's dipping into his into the Magic short box now. I didn't know he had any
What's
of that.
What's funny is that, so a lot of people may not. So look, Kmart $12.99 when this came out.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Wow. All right, hey, real quick shout out to Real James Willie. Glad that you're here with us. Let's see, Michael Fusco, good to see you. I see Hector. Oh yeah, El Green, I get you. Thank you for giving it up and for watching us here. I'm going to switch over to Paul so y'all don't miss out on these close-ups. Look at that.
Going to Kmart and picking it up.
I remember Kmart too.
You don't know about Kmart. So like I said, I got a bunch of these that. These are before y'all's time period, but this is me, G1 Transformers. That's what I am. I love G1 Transformers. I got this one, but the box ain't really that good, yeah, that still got the points. Was it 84, I think? 84. No, 85. Yeah. It had a price tag on it, but somebody I think had taken it off. Yeah.
What does that price tag say?
No, it was off.
Oh.
Doesn't say anything, yeah. I said I kept the box. Yeah. Yep. Paul, how's Paul you selling it? Oh, how much you selling it for? No. Those are for me. And I think people have seen this one.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that. What?
So during Christmas, they would come out with these gift sets. I think this one, Devastator. I think the Stunticons had one. Yeah. This thing is cool.
Wow.
Yeah, but this is my childhood right here. I know that I don't have those newer stuff that all the guys in chat like, but this is me right here. This is what I like.
So here's a question: do you have any? Okay, so let's jump into this real quick.
She showed is for sale. Damn, Kip.
What did he say?
He said, "Once you show it, it's for sale."
Right, that's right. That's what I heard. I heard somebody was trying to buy my Paul comic the other night on the Strictly auction. All right, so tonight we're just kind of chilling out, talking about action figure comics, and I want to hear from you, the chat. So I am. Let's see. Are they die cast? Yeah, no, the original Generation 1, they were part metal, weren't they?
Oh, let me see. Yeah, they were like part metal.
Yeah. El Green, that is awesome. Look, check this out. I just bought an Optimus toy about a foot tall. I think is that the one that self
the one that you said transform?
Yeah, if that's the one that transforms, that's a fun one. Hey, what's up, Airwolf? Uh-oh, Weapon X, add me to the giveaway wheel.
Yeah, she's still pretty stiff, but
check it out. Oh my gosh. Let me see that. Wow.
She's still all beautiful and white. Then you can tell with this these sticker things when you rub it.
Wow.
I think it works. Oh yeah, it works. Oh, it died. Okay. Yeah, she's beautiful still.
It's part metal, right?
Yeah, it's still got. I think it's got a lot of plastic parts. The metal ones are. The metal is the wheels. Some of this right here, but it's like a lot of plastic. But then whenever you can't figure that out, a lot of us have always turned to this, trying to figure out how to transform them. People go crazy for these things. I mean, it's just crazy what they just want these.
So, Paul, you're obviously a Transformers guy.
Yeah, man, I'm G1, man. I don't have all these newer Marvel Legend toys and all that. Oh, we got somebody coming in.
Yeah. He's gonna hang out backstage though for a little bit.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just until we bring him on. All right. So hey, let me go ahead and show this giveaway real quick before we get too much further into it. So hey, if you're just joining us right now, you are. This is the giveaway show over on Carl's Collects Comics. This is a YouTube channel all about comics, and I am Carl's Collects. And my co-host Paul, we're hanging out here tonight, and we're talking about action figure comics or comic book action figures. Tonight's giveaway, just like we always do, this is Secret Wars Journal number 1. It is of course, appropriately, the action figure variant. This is Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars. This is the Mr. Fantastic with the Secret Shield. Putting this at about a 7.0. And it could definitely use a press, but it's just a fun giveaway. This is, of course, a throwback to the Secret Wars action figures that were the original Secret Wars action figures. That's part of what Secret Wars was. It was created to help Marvel sell some action figures and get some ancillary merchandising rights. But this is going to be the giveaway for tonight. This is an homage to those old Secret Wars action figures. I think this is also a John Tyler Christopher one because he's the one who does them. I think this is especially appropriate given Mr. Fantastic's his introduction in the Doctor Strange in the Mouth of Madness movie and his little bit part in there. So this will be just a fun little something. We'll give this away in just a few minutes. We'll actually give it away after our segment. We're going to go ahead and go into, let's see real quick, where are we? All right, so we're gonna go into our first segment of the night, which is called Survey Says. This is us taking a look at some of the surveys that have been happening over in the community tab on the YouTube channel. So if you scroll over after videos, you'll find a community tab. That's where all the votes are. We usually have between 30 and 50 people voting on each individual survey on a regular basis. These surveys drop on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Central. So let's take a look at what some of these have been over the past month. The first up is which C-level DC Comics superhero would you most want to see get a big budget feature film adaptation? This is tied, strangely enough. Earlier today, it was actually at Deadman was ahead. But this was so it looks like Booster Gold and Deadman are in a dead heat at 29%, followed closely by Mr. Miracle at 24%, Firestorm at 15%, and No Love for Red Tornado, one of my favorites. This is 41 votes, with it tied for Booster Gold and Deadman. Next up, 2022 is quickly coming to an end. Where do you stand on your collecting goals for the year? Only 8% of you said I will meet all my collecting goals. The overwhelming majority at 38% said goals. What goals? So that was with 40 people voting. 30% of you said I will meet at least half my collecting goals. Kudos to you for that. 25%, I won't be very close to meeting my collecting goals. So but that's all right. You know, comic collecting is about fun. It shouldn't be a stress-inducing activity. It should be something that relieves stress and that you have fun with. So I kind of like that the majority said goals. What goals? Next up, which super team would you most want to become a permanent member? Not a guest, not a sometime, but a permanent, regular, active member. 54 votes for this one. It's a whole bunch of you. 37%, the majority said X-Men, followed closely by 33% saying the Avengers, then 13% Justice League, 11% Guardians of the Galaxy, and very few of you, maybe just 2, said Teen Titans with just 6%. If you could visit one DC Comics locale for a 2-week all-expenses-paid vacation, which destination would you choose? The overwhelming majority, 45% of the 47 who voted, said Themyscira, Paradise Island, followed by, which I don't even understand this, 34% the Batcave, then 13% Fortress of Solitude, and 9% the Planet Oa. None of you said Arkham Asylum. Last one, then we're going to go back to Paul real quick, and then we're going to introduce our special guest for the night. Last one, which brand name do you think best embodies the full range of Paul's talents and abilities?
What the?
All right, the overwhelming majority of you, 58%, said Pink Room Paul.
Wow.
Would be
what is wrong with these people?
With the brand name that Paul should go with.
I think Nerdmazing had something to do with this.
21% said Paul, the professional comic guy. Only 16% said professional comics, and only 5% of you said Paul Comics.
Wow.
So Pink Room Paul is their favorite.
Wow.
Well, what do you think about that?
I'm shocked. But yeah, so I got
Let's see it.
Little Ramjet right here.
Oh, you have all the little accessories, don't you?
Yeah, I got all the fists.
Jeez. Man, it's been a minute since I've seen those. Yeah, and I remember they had the wing.
They lose these a lot.
Yeah.
Thing.
Because those popped off easy, didn't they?
Yeah, these things come off. But yeah.
Wow. That is so cool to see those. And you had the original Kmart sticker on one
on this. On this one. Scattershot, the leader of the Technobots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, if y'all are always looking, make sure y'all always check over here the date, and then they got a rubby thing right here because they do make fakes of these. But yeah, I'll bring in my buddy. I'm waiting for him to come on.
Yeah, we're gonna go bring on. Hey, what's up in the chat real quick? Couple of people. Aowolf, good to see you. Yes, I agree. For Pete Sake, good to see you as well. Newbie Comics, what's up? Glad that you dropped in and are hanging out and jumped in for the minute. Aowolf, I totally understand the economy is not doing very well right now. But yeah, some of us are still trying to pick up comics where we can, how we can. Hector with a comment about his girl's nickname for him. Let's see. El Green Machine. Yes. Hey, what's up, Johnny Five Alive? Good to see you. And Aowolf shouting out the Technobots. Hey, so everybody, so here's the deal. This new segment of ours that we're going to be doing is called this Channel Spotlight. And a good buddy of mine, Adam, has a really cool channel that y'all should check out. It's called Nerdmazing. Nerdmazing is an action figure and collectible showcase and review channel. I'm just going to say this, and this is completely from an impartial standpoint. Adam produces some of the highest quality, most detailed, best looking product review and showcases that I've ever seen. He pays a lot of attention to getting really good detail shots, gives a lot of detail in his reviews. They're well lit, they're well shot. He puts a lot of time into them, and that's really impressive. And so that's one of the reasons that made me say, hey, I'd like to bring him on and feature him for one of our channel spotlights. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring out Adam, the creator and host for Nerd.
All right, I'm waiting for this.
Hey! Carlos, thank you so much for the great introduction. I will send you that check in the mail soon.
Right? He said, send it.
But that's way better than what my wife says about my channel.
Wow.
So, hey, real quick, I'll say this and then I'll turn it over to Adam. If you check the video description, you can find a link to Adam's channel, Nerdmazing, and you can find a link to the video that he's going to be kind of doing a capsule review of tonight. So, Adam, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, buddy.
Thank you so much, Carlos. Oh, and also, congratulations on getting that 1,000 subscriber count hit. That is
thanks, really man.
That took a while. So, yeah. I heard today's theme was about like superheroes and whatnot, and I have a great collectible to showcase to you guys, especially if you're familiar with Funko Pops. I have something that is sort of similar to that, and it's actually called Handmade by Robots. I'm going to put my screen down just a little so you can see this little figure. Here I got Batman right here.
That is awesome.
Rotation. I'm trying this out, see how well it is. And you can see it's kind of a plush-like style with his yarn details and button eyes, but it's actually not soft. When I first saw him, I thought, oh my gosh, it's a plushie. It's just like a plushie. I bet you it's soft. No, it is hard PVC, just like a Funko Pop. So it's really cool. And they even actually put this cool little UPC tag on it. So
wow.
Very nice. So I actually got to talk when I was doing this episode, the creator of Handmade by Robots and the whole like origin and how that came to be, which I do have on that main episode. So, and they have a lot of different collectible IPs there. So most of their comic is just really focused on the DC line right now. Mm-hmm. There's nothing Marvel, but they do have other stuff. I think they got their original start doing horror figures in this kind of plush look. Right now, there's Scream stuff and whatnot, and I think there's a Jason.
Wow. So yeah. Wait, so that's actual plastic?
Yeah, it is hard plastic.
Wow.
Yeah, you can see like all that knitted details to it. When I first saw it, I was really confused. I was like, but they did such a great job. I mean, look at the utility belt and the Batman symbol, all done in that knitted style.
Wow.
So, and they all have that kind of same sit-down pose, as you can see, with his legs splayed out and his arms down. So just to kind of give you that effect. And there's actually a really good reason why they have this particular position as well as they look this way. Because the storyline on the box, which I think I have the box somewhere. Oh, actually, it's just like this. You can kind of see that. Front, they actually have a really cool illustration of that. With like coming off a conveyor belt, but they're actually created by, as the story goes, robots who just came to Earth and they want to spread love. And one of the ways that they thought how you do that is by creating these plushies for people.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Man, I like that. So, Adam, tell us a couple of the other, just give us kind of a quick, just a few other videos to look for on your channel, like other reviews and capsule reviews, stuff like some of the other reviews.
So you'll see, I just picked up, recently did a few weeks ago, the Batman Gold label.
Nice.
So,
oh, wow.
Got that. I mean, I got a whole array of different stuff. Showcasing things from McFarlane figures, NECA toys. There's some Marvel action figures on there. So,
do you do custom figures?
Most of the figures I do, and if you're talking about like just one-offs from individuals versus studio pieces, most of the stuff I do is normally stuff you could hopefully find on store shelves or the big online retailers. But customs could potentially, because most of the stuff I want to kind of find and showcase are things you can actually get.
I got you.
So
that's cool.
Very cool.
An array of just so many different fandoms, from comic to Dungeons and Dragons to just strange and unusual. Again, like these knitted, a little bit of Funko Pops here and there, especially if they're unique enough. I think I got an episode on there on the very first die-cast Funko Pop that they did, which was the Boba Fett one. So if you're into that,
that's cool.
Nice, very cool, man. Well, hey,
have you been to the Funko store and all that?
Wait, say it again.
I was asking him if he's been to the Funko headquarters and all that.
That is one of these days going to the Hollywood place, and I think the other one is at Washington, if I'm not mistaken. They have.
I think there's two, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they have two locations. So.
I got you.
But yeah, you can see the Batman, and I also paired him up with Winnie the Pooh when I first got them, when they sent them over to me from Handmade by Robots. So you can check those out, as well as other additional episodes I've got. And generally, I release an episode, the review episode, on Tuesdays. And if it's an action figure, I started releasing action figure poses on Thursdays. So you'll see the newest one tomorrow, actually.
Nice. All right. Very cool, man. Well, hey, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop the channel. I'm going to drop the link to the channel here in the chat so that everybody can check it out. Y'all make sure and go sub him up. He's been experiencing some explosive growth of his own. He's closing in on 400 subscribers. So guys, go over there, subscribe to him, and let's see if we can bump him up over 400 tonight. Hector. Let's see. Oh, Hector had a quick question for you. I don't know if you got this.
Yeah.
All those toys hard to store, or there's space issues?
No, they're just roughly the size of a Funko Pop, honestly speaking. So if you got, cool. Let me see if I got a Funko right here. Here, here's Lucky, one of the sodas. Comparison. And I think these are 3 inches tall, 3.5. Just off the top of my head. So yeah, you can easily put them on your shelves display.
Very cool. Well, hey, like we said, I'm going to drop his graphic up here real quick while he's checking those out. This is Adam from Nerdmazing. He is showing us his action figure and collectible showcase and reviews. He just did a quick capsule review. But if you like what you heard, and if you are into some of these geek stuff, and he finds some of the coolest, funnest stuff. But if you're into that, go ahead make your way over to the Nerdmazing channel and sub Adam up. And then let's see. Oh, they're asking about how many different characters let's see. Do you subject your action figures to durability test? Okay, just ignore what Weapon X says. That's, yeah.
I don't try to break them. Not intentionally. I will do.
What kind of question is that, Weapon X?
I know. That's exactly.
Do you test your figures? No, I don't blow them up.
Southern Comic Geek, subscribe. Johnny 5 Alive, subscribe. Michael Fusco says, how many different characters? Do you know how many different characters there are for the little Handmade by Robots?
Jeez. I want to say that they're probably somewhere between the probably 50 to maybe up to 80 now.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
like Funko, I mean, they're a little bit slower to start, but they are releasing new figures. I feel like monthly. They actually have a RoboCop.
What?
Plushy styles. I'm like, I have to get that. As well as if you remember that B movie classic, Killer Clowns.
Oh yeah.
I think they're coming out with those as well.
They said, "Do you get any signed?"
Yeah. Do you ever get them signed by anybody?
These, I mean, they're relatively new, so unless I bring them about, they haven't really started hitting too many store shelves when I first was introduced to them. But I have started seeing them more and more at comic collectible shops, at least in my area.
Nice.
And because he first, I think, originally got released in like Walmart in 2019 for like a Halloween promo, and it's starting to slowly pick up steam. So you'll be seeing more and more of these. But yeah, they're still sort of an unknown. So.
Okay, very cool. All right, so Weapon X says he subbed. Michael Fusco says nice. All right, well guys, y'all thanks for y'all. Make sure and go over and check out his channel again. Again, it's Nerdmazing. This is Adam, the creator and host of this channel, and he does action figure and collectibles showcases and reviews. And he really does get out there and find some of the most original stuff. Make sure bonus points to anybody who goes and finds the Tiki, Tiki cup. Yeah, the Geeky Tiki's review video on his channel because that was a pretty fun one.
I'm just waiting for him to review your channel.
If you could get a Carlos Collects action figure, I'll do it. I would do that custom.
There you go.
Oh, it fell apart.
Oh man! Oh my gosh! A Carlos Collects action figure. My mind is just flying right now. Oh wait, no! I would be like the main action figure, and then I would have like a miniature next to me, and it would be Paul. And he would have like a pink room backdrop behind him.
Oh man!
Maybe consider an accessory.
Right.
Oh, now you're making an accessory.
I mean, I've seen HasLab at conventions, and they'll scan your body and make you a custom action figure of yourself.
Oh yeah, that's what I was asking because I know a bunch of people went to Funko to do a custom of them as a Funko.
Oh
yeah,
I wouldn't want to
build it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want a Funko. I would want an actual action, like a Marvel Legends style, like a 6-inch action figure. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look into that because that would be kind of fun. What's up, Joker? Good to see you. Hector says Pink Room Paul version. There we go. All right, so hey, Adam, thank you so much for being here. Feel free to stick around if you want, or I know you also got stuff to. Oh, and Adam, this is MT. He's another regular. He popped in just to hang out with us. He heard action figure and he said, "Let me." He said, you can't keep me out." Funko would be more lifelike for Paul. Yeah.
Oh wow! You stay out of this, Mississippi.
All right, but hey, Adam, thanks so much for being here, and I see you already like over 390. So hey, y'all make sure and go over sub his channel up. It's Nerdmazing on YouTube. And again, thanks for being here and for sharing some stuff with us. Hey, it's time to go ahead and do a giveaway. So, like I shared earlier, this is the giveaway for the night. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars. This is Secret Wars Journal #1. It is the action figure variant.
What's funny about that? The original Secret Wars was I think introduced to sell action figures.
Yes. Yep. That is exactly what it was for. So, because Paul hates them, I'm going to go ahead and do a quiz question for this one.
Oh man!
And this is going to be tied to quiz question.
Hey man, it's 10 o'clock, man. People don't want to think.
What is the? Wait, hang on.
We got a special guest here, and look how you're doing it.
Yeah, but this is for him. All right, quiz question.
It's not for
the name of the YouTube channel we just showcased. What is the name of Adam's YouTube channel? Go ahead and drop your answer in. That'll enter you to win. We'll do a monster race. Marvel Superheroes Secret War Journal #1.
Okay, there's the answer.
Oh,
But I think you got to cap. So that one don't count because you got to cap. Here it is. This direct one, you got to capitalize the end. So disrespectful in here. We got a special guest in here, and everybody's being disrespectful.
But I know. Look at how they act up, Paul. That's the example you set.
Y'all have a capital N. Y'all are out. Oh, Green Machine's out. With the next in out. I don't even know why you're even typing Mississippi. You're out. There they go.
All right. Let me go ahead and start getting these guys entered in. In the meantime, Paul, why don't you show us a couple? Well, actually, MT, did you have any action figures or action figure comics you wanted to show?
Oh, I've got stuff I can show, but do your giveaway. I mean,
well, while I'm entering them in.
Oh, I can do that. Yeah, if you're entering on it. I mean Paul's got all the really cool vintage stuff.
Yeah, I have no idea, Paul.
I don't really do Funkos and all that, but I do have a few Funkos right there. But yeah, so these are the ones I like. These John Tyler Christopher ones. Got a bunch of these.
I grabbed some stuff I thought would be obscure that maybe people didn't quite know about.
Oh yeah, the Mandalorian.
Those are nice.
Yeah, that's a good one. The Iron Cat.
What's cool is that they got the different
heads. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this one didn't have it. I guess they were being cheap. So this one has the sword and his mask. I don't know what that writing is. Probably. I have no idea.
Korean.
Yeah. I have no idea. I don't want to watch. All right, we can go to MT. MT's Canadian Hunting. Yep, there you go, baby.
Of course, as many of you probably remember, or maybe you do, maybe you don't, Legends came out with toys that had comics in them, and in recent years they've kind of gotten very popular, the comic books.
Yeah, because I think it got more expensive for them, so they stopped doing it.
Because most of these comic books got bent inside of the packaging. They used to just come with the generation before that series. They just came with posters. You can see how the clamshell starts to yellow a little bit. But this was a series before, like Spider-Man first, before they went into Legends. So that's only like a poster. So I pulled out. If anybody hasn't seen my IG post, my brother has probably every action figure Marvel has ever made.
Wow.
He's got a pretty impressive collection. So he gave me all the comics out of his toys. So all these not for resale. Ones they're like major key comics that were in Marvel.
Reprints of them, yep.
Yeah. And some of these are a little bit harder to get than others. You know, that Klaus book is, I see that book a lot. That one, that's first Shadow King, right, Paul?
Yep, Shadow King.
Nightcrawler.
There's nothing in the back of that one.
Nope.
That was a nice one right here. That's the Thor 337.
Yeah, this one
figure. 9/8 go for
nice.
9/8 go for nice. Yeah. That's the second bullseye.
These two are some of the ones that usually go for a little bit, are a little bit more desirable.
You have the 2099 one.
We don't need to talk money here. CGC has it. They'll never.
Oh, so Mississippi takes your 337, please.
He'll bend the 337.
I should almost turn this down. I'm getting a lot of glare here. Let's see if I can figure out how to do that. So these were a very popular series, this Superhero Squad, and they made a comic out of this that started out as adventures and then turned into Superhero Squad. Then they turned that into a cartoon, if I'm not mistaken. So I was kind of like, I pulled some books out too that are up on my board, and I tried to get stuff that was like an action figure first before it was a comic book type of a situation. So the one that I brought Paul's absolute favorite action figure series of all time.
Oh man.
Beast Wars Transformers.
Can't even believe you brought that out here.
Paul doesn't like G1 characters. He really
what?
Like,
have you lost your mind, man? That's all I've been showing.
Beast Wars.
I just
right?
want to tell everybody, don't listen to this guy. He's lost his mind.
I'm digging that mask.
You like that mask?
Yeah, mask,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
I used to have so many of those toys, and that cartoon was awesome.
So
It was, and I used to have the big wheel for this and all the toys. So I got Volume 1 and Volume 2. I'm showing up there. Some of the older stuff is like robotics. That was a very short-lived type series.
well, yeah, I see you got Swiftwind back there.
Yeah. Funny you should mention that, Paul Thomas.
Oh, you do it.
Oh, that's glorious.
Here's the thing about guys from our generation. I think we're pretty much the same age on this panel. Is we are fiercely loyal to the toys that we collected as kids, and Masters of the Universe was certainly a big one for me. If you can't tell, most of the stuff that's kind of.
I mean, Castle Grayskull didn't do it for me, man. I had Transformers.
I didn't want to step on your Transformers things other than the Beast Wars, so I didn't pull out any of my Transformers stuff. But like I got all the collectible series, the 1 in 10,000s. It was like the first reboot of the ones that looked like the original packaging. There's stuff, I think it's still out in Walmart right now, where they have this retro series that looks like the original packaging. But these were the first reproductions since the 80s. And you can tell the plastic's turning yellow on these, so it's been a while for these.
Yeah, what people don't understand is like in the 80s, what they uplifted where they couldn't use cartoons or anything like that to sell figures, but then they lifted it so they used the cartoon to sell figures. That's
as long as they had a PSA at the end.
Right, as long as they had a public service announcement. Yep.
Knowing is half the battle type of a situation. And I actually, I'll have to find it maybe the break here. I've got a G.I. Joe comic book from the year that G.I. Joe was first released as an action figure. It's an old book. It's in rough shape, but G.I. Joe it was more of a doll, but it was marketed as an action figure that really started the whole genre throughout. Well, difficult to say. There was an argument to be made about the little army men they used to play with that they used to cast out of lead and paint around turn.
You're talking about the green ones that had only like one position?
Even before that, they would cast out of lead little army figures and hand paint them, and that was a thing that kids did.
In the 1800s, those ones?
Yes, late 1800s, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You're going
to very big passion around that. So, but anyways, I kind of want to circle back to this because of how fiercely loyal we are. And a lot of the comics that came out about Masters of the Universe was kind of rehashing the original Filmation type storylines or the mini comics. That's what I should have pulled out of my mini comic collection. Yeah, I've got a condition when it comes to those. I've got every time I ever saw one, I bought one. But at any rate, this was a much more adult, advanced retelling of the Masters of the Universe. Is kind of I think this is at least a PG-13 content. But if anybody ever picks this up, it's a fantastic read. The artwork is good. It's a little bit more of an adult retelling, and these kind of get pricey, so they're hard to get a hold of. But I mean, the artwork in some of these were fantastic. It was everything we kind of hoped Masters of the Universe might become. And then, so there is a live action Masters of the Universe coming up here. Hopefully they don't screw the pooch on it.
I guess what you're saying is that they know that a bunch of the people now, they're adults. So I guess they wanted to go adult related on this one. That's what you're saying.
I think, we're fiercely loyal to those brands as a kid, which I think there's just like an overload nowadays. So I don't know that kids nowadays have that like we do, like Ninja Turtle collectors, He-Man collectors, Transformer collectors. Like we're still buying those toys in our 40s. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's a good
I mean, people are buying them like they said, man, Dad, Mom wouldn't let me have it. Now I can buy it.
There's something in the late 70s.
Robotech, yeah.
From Comico. Here's an interesting one that I think we should have a discussion about. Micronauts. Was a comic specifically made to sell action figures. There were some licensing problems, but this was specifically made to sell toys. it didn't exactly take off. But they end up making inner world and microverses out of this that you kind of saw in the Ant-Man movies. But Bug was a Guardians of the Galaxy character for a while. But at any rate,
Dolph would always be my He-Man.
I haven't done.
What's up, future Batman? Good to see you. You're welcome to jump on if you want, somebody.
Of course, the
I
movie
love that comic right there. Not that one.
There he is.
Dolph for it. Dolph is always watching.
I mean, yeah, that movie was kind of.
I don't want innocent people.
I'm, fun fact, I'm actually rewatching that movie right now. Not like this moment, but I'm watching it in bits and pieces. Hey, quick shout out to future Batman.
Sorry to hear that.
You can jump on if you'd like.
What's going on, Jen?
Also, let's go ahead and do this. For anybody who just popped on and hasn't entered yet, we are doing a giveaway. It is action figure themed. So if you want to enter, you just have to drop Nerdmazing into the chat, and I will get you entered to win. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Star did a bunch of them because they had Silverhawks. They had
Yep, I got a silver.
and was it Thundercats?
That's the one I couldn't. I was digging for my Thundercats.
Silverhawks, man. I liked Silverhawks.
You like Silverhawks?
I did like
It was
Silverhawks.
kind of short-lived too, and I'm sure maybe our.
I mean, He-Man copied off of Thundercats. That's why I didn't really like He-Man too much.
Is that how that works?
I think one may have shown up before the other.
Yeah, I know. I was just messing with MT to see what
The real Ghostbusters was like a cartoon. They made their own action figure line.
Oh yeah,
That was an awesome Saturday morning cartoon.
It ran for many years. It was much loved. I remember.
You don't have Dino Riders over there, do you?
I do.
Oh, Dino Riders.
Oh wow, I like Dino Riders.
I got a challenge for you. You got GoBots?
What's that?
Ooh.
GoBots.
Yes.
You do not.
No, you got the GoBot.
Awesome.
Headmasters was another one that was like a toy before it was a comic book. They're trying to come up with new ideas to get kids to go out and buy Transformers. So then they had this thing that's like, you could ride in the head of a Transformer and head. So
well, yeah, because it was first a Nebulon, but then it was Spike. Spike took over the head of. But in the cartoon, they had his son Daniel, and
right,
it was kind of weird.
Absolutely. Tell people what this is, Paul.
What? Scorponok.
That was a huge Transformer, right? The other one that I know Carlos is always jealous that when I pull it out and I'll grab it is the run of Visionaries. And you avid action figure collectors know that Visionaries is one of the rarest, hardest to find action figure collection.
Yeah, I mean, it only ran, one episode or something like that? 1.5?
In the market. And like, I hear about that from toy collector shows that I watch. That is the hardest set to complete. Is the
how many comics were in that run? Do you know?
I think it was like 1.5 or
I've
like
got
1.
7 issues, so I don't know how much longer after that.
Wow.
Didn't they use like a hologram in the toy?
They absolutely did.
Yeah, they did.
I'm remembering this now.
They had 2 holograms per toy. One on the chest. One was a chest plate. The other was like a magical staff, and they called them totems. And they would summon like those creatures out of the hologram to come fight and do battle and whatever. So I like the toys because they weren't the standard 3 3/4 toy. They were a little bit. They were about like, I think it was like 4 or 4.5 inch tall. So they weren't like a 6 inch, and they were really, they had a lot of posability to them. They were really high quality toys.
Well, they had like this one really big base that was like nobody had it, and I guess that's like one of the hardest ones to get. But
and see, it was Star too. I knew it.
But you're right. They had these little staffs that had little 3D holograms in it because if we remember, this is getting into the 90s. Everything had holograms and foily covers, and But the Visionaries here, was short-lived, and they're not easy to find. These was also the droids had their own
Yep.
figure line.
What's up, Mr. Collector?
I had one or two more. Do you guys remember this action figure set?
Yep.
The humanoids.
Very short-lived action figure set.
Hey, for anybody that's just joining, we just spotlighted another YouTube channel called Nerdmazing. If you drop Nerdmazing in the comments, you'll be entered to win tonight's free giveaway.
So, Mr. Nerdmazing, tell us about the action figures that you were most passionate about collecting as a child.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Ninja Turtles was hands down one of my passions. I pretty much had them all until, well, as a kid, your parents give them away. So just like,
yeah, right. Sell them at yard sales for pennies.
So, there was a blessing. Like I think back on.
Did you have the party wagon?
You have the party wagon. That's what everybody wants to have.
Yes, I had the party wagon. I had all of them. So they're just gone. But thankfully, I think back in 2017, GameStop, they released the old set of the 80s Ninja Turtles. So I bought the 4-pack. So I have that little bit of memory. I was able to get
nice.
Oh, yeah. They came in a box with all the figures in it.
Yeah, well, you got all 4 turtles, all their different.
Did it have it has a back playground too for it or something like that?
My biggest regret selling at a yard sale is I had the complete Voltron. I had it all assembled on the table that sold for $6. I even had every little accessory for it, and I can still remember the day that happened. I'm like, why did I do that? Yeah, I mean, that's vehicles were awesome.
Same with Dinobots too, that had the die-cast parts in them.
Yeah.
They had
so easily to break. You touch one of those Dinobots and fall apart.
Yeah.
Those toys broke so easy.
I also used to love, if you remember Battle Beast.
Battle Beast.
They were they were 2 inches, and they had a heat-sensitive sticker in the middle.
Okay.
And they were kind of anamorphics. They were before I think Ninja Turtles were around.
Because Ninja Turtles, by the time Ninja Turtles came around, I was getting a little too old to be buying action figures anymore. I did own a Michelangelo, but so that was kind of the tail end of my collecting. I remember one of the big things we used to collect as kids were Muscle Men.
Oh yes,
the little ones,
right? And they had the big poster of all the ones that you could get, and you get them out.
They gave me a clear garbage can, I think, and they were all pink.
Yeah. I remember that.
They kind of started bringing them back a little bit, but they're based off of a theme. You get the Muscles, Street Fighters, and then something else. They're not the original design, so those are hard to find. Love to get those again.
And that was kind of out of the genre, almost a little bit out of the genre that Garbage Pail Kids started, I think. And maybe, come to think of it, I bet you that was more to do with the Japanese pro wrestling craze that was going on at the time.
Exactly.
Because they had very much Magna stylings to them. That was one I loved as a kid quite a bit to collect. How about you, Paul? What else? Other than G1, we know about your G1 affinity. What else did you collect as a kid?
No, I didn't really. I had G.I. Joes. I had I had Thundercats, but I really G1s with me. I don't really I don't really have that. Oh man, I need to go get this figure or that figure. But I had them because I was watching TV. The TV shows. TV shows were really selling the selling point to getting the toys because you're you see it on TV and you're like, oh shit, I could read. And everybody does that. You go to the backyard and reimagine it and just start playing.
Yep, absolutely. Paul's going to recite the first issue or the first episode of Transformers by memory.
I ain't going to recite none.
He knows it. So, all right, Paul, who was your favorite Transformer? And you can't say aside from Optimus Prime. Because
oh, man, that's hard, man. That's ask me. I don't know. Okay, well, the best one that I like is this guy.
Holy moly.
Wow.
Whoa, who's that? Wait, who's that? Wait, hang on. Hold it up.
You see the non-applied stickers.
Wow.
What?
How tall does that figure stand?
He may or may not turn
he's-
into a jet.
But I still have him in.
Foot and a half?
I'm not sure.
I mean,
Wow.
he's pretty big. I can remember
I think he's about
huge.
about a foot and a half. I think you're right.
Metroplex,
Yeah,
right?
Metroplex. Yeah.
Metroplex, right?
Jeez.
Wow.
Got the-
And did you have Fortress Maximus, or do you have Fortress Maximus now, Paul?
No, I don't have that one. That was a pretty expensive
Yes, it was.
toy. Yeah, I never had that.
Did anybody have the Megatron when he looked like a legit gun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that one
Man,
too.
I had an opportunity to get one, but the guy told me, "Oh, it's sold already." I'm like, "Ah, man."
It looks like a straight
I
up
was playing on
1911 pistol. I mean, that was back in the day, you know. I remember.
Yeah, it would. I don't think it would pass nowadays.
Boys in the
Oh,
80s were actually very dangerous.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
we had lawn darts as they were toys.
Yep, the game of impalement. Yeah.
They're selling that at Walmart.
Right.
Totally at each other.
Dude, we covet those. We covet those. We played those in college all the time. That was great. I really admire Paul's G1 collection because he's got some phenomenal toys.
Yeah, what it is like when you want to know, there's like a guide to getting because there's a bunch of accessories that go with these things, but that or the what's it called? Where's that? Oh, this thing is really good too because it shows you everything that was in the figure, so
The
you
game
can
with
go
the
off.
box. Yeah.
Yeah, you go off of this, or there's a guide that you can go because a lot of these toys, like he said, a lot of stuff was able to fire. You had little things like their arms and stuff that took off, so you had to make sure that you knew what you were looking for when you go after a certain figure.
Tons of choking hazards.
Yeah, they were.
So, Paul, did I not once see a new in-box Rodimus Prime on your back shelf one day? Is that true?
No, that's not true. I don't have Rodimus Prime.
'Cause
You
that's
don't?
I
That's a
do
G2.
not. Nope.
That's a G2.
No, that's a G. That's G1. That's G1, but I
Hot
don't
Rod
have
is
it.
the G1.
Hot Rod's G1, so is Rodimus. Rodimus is G1. He was
Okay.
He was in the second season.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Good.
Yeah, that was a really cool feature that they had. They had both cassette tapes for the good guys and the bad guys, even though you only ever saw Rumble on the TV show.
What's funny is that, like, so I think was it from the TV show to the comic book, they were like different colors, I think.
Yes.
Or I think they were released different colors, and they were like, wow, it's backwards.
Well, and like the good guys had what animals, like the rhinoceros and a bat and a lion. Were all the Autobot versions of the
you talking about Beast Wars? I don't know.
No. Those are G1 cassette tapes for
Oh yeah, you're talking about Blasters cassettes. Yeah, you're right.
rhinoceros, a
Rhinoceros. They had
lion, a bat and something
no,
else.
the Rat Bat was Sound Waves.
Rat bat was Soundwave. Okay.
Right. So they had what?
Remember the Shark?
No, Sharkticon wasn't a tape.
Hey, let's do a giveaway. Let's go ahead and do our giveaway right now. Just a reminder, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and drop an inline right now. Looks like some extra people have entered. So we're going to go ahead and inline it. This is the giveaway for the night. This Superheroes homage cover for Secret Wars Journal #1, showcasing Mr. Fantastic and one of those awesome shields, the holographic shields from the original Marvel Superheroes Super Wars action figure. Let's go and bring this up real quick. All right, here's the race. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle 3 times. 3, 2, 1, and here we go.
Let's go, Eeyore.
Man, these things are off to a fast start right now.
Yeah, they're all
Right, the guy.
they all want to be on Nerdmazing's channel. They're all running,
Right.
ready to go.
Paul says the guy out front usually wins.
No, that's my buddy.
What's up, Dreamer, the Dreamwalker?
Christ.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, Battlestar Galactica. That was
Let's
pretty
see who's
good. One
gonna
too.
let's see who's gonna come in.
Tight race.
Yeah, I actually was going to pull out my Battlestar Galactica comics, but I didn't think that was an action figure set first. Wasn't that a movie first? And then
Yeah, it was a show.
I think,
first.
yeah,
Show.
show.
I mean, show. Yeah, I'm sorry, show.
What? El
Whoa.
Green.
El Green Machine. Wow.
Way to go, El Green.
El Green,
El Green.
Is one of my IG buddies.
Yeah,
so-
you're right. El Green was El Green was cheating. Yep.
So I have one other question I wanted to ask the panel here. When you were a kid, there was always like somebody's older brother in the neighborhood or some rich kid you went over there and had like some amazing toy that you knew you'd never own, but it was like the coolest thing ever that you got to see it and play with it for a little bit. I had this memory of going over to my buddy's house whose older brother had the ATSD and all the big Star Wars toys, the Millennium Falcon, but he had the big walker. I think that's right. ATSD, or is it the AT-AT? Which is the one that looks like a camel?
AT-AT.
AT-AT.
big
And like
one.
I was a small kid, so it, like remembering it, it was like bigger.
Oh yeah,
than
it's massive.
it was massive. I don't know. I just think that's a cool memory. My brother and I kind of talk about going and seeing other kids' toys. But I don't know if anybody had an interesting story like that to share with us would be good.
Jen, did you have any like that?
Some toys to share.
What did you collect as a kid, Jen?
I have some G1 Transformers, but they're stored in my garage. I can't just like take them out, and then I hate doing that because then you got to put them back in all neat and perfectly, and then if it's not like, then if they were mint, now the box is damaged, so I just leave them there.
You were passionate about G1 as a kid.
I liked Optimus Prime. I liked what's Grimlock, like Grimlock also.
Well, that's a great one.
Where's the
and
Ghostbuster when you need him?
And then I also, when I got into Beast Wars, and I actually got, so unlike Paul, I actually got into Beast Wars first, and then I went back and I got into G1.
I'm sorry about that, buddy.
Because of Optimus Primal. In fact,
sorry about that, buddy.
In fact, I got into Beast Wars, and then I actually wanted to hunt down Optimus Primal's first appearance in comic books, and I ended up getting it. So this is all thanks to Strictly. He and I were looking at the same book. He actually ended up. I always think him about this, but he ended up buying this book. And then I was watching this book, so I guess I sent the offer for $80. He sent an offer for like $90 or something. So he ended up getting the book, and I was like, so I called him like 2 hours later. I was like, hey man, I thought I had a really nice 9.8 copy, and some guy ended up buying it like 30 minutes right after me, and he's like, you mean this copy? And he like started showing me like screenshots, and I go. I'm like, yeah, that copy. And he goes, I was like, damn it, I want that book. And he's like, that's the first Optimus Primal, right? I'm like, yeah, that's why, Ron Perlman is coming, and I want him to sign it. So he ended up giving it to me. He gave it to me, and then I ended up paying him for the book. And I told Edwin, I'm like, dude, I think sincerely, this is the first beautiful present that you've ever given me. And I don't think I'm ever going to sell it. It's just something that's part of my PC. So having this, having him sign this in the back also, I just think that this is an awesome. I had a copy also. I had my own personal copy that I've had for a while, but I wanted a 9.8. So when my copy came back, it was an 8.0. But then found out later that this is actually a very scarce book. You just can't seem to find it. I'm a huge Optimus Primal fan too, and I also like Dinobot. I know Paul hates the name. He and I have talked about it for a while, but I would say that would do it for me for Transformers. I also collected this toy right here. They have an original one for this. I could never get my hands on it, but they re-released these. It's called From Forbidden Planet, Robbie the Robot. You guys remember Robbie the Robot?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really.
Oh, that is so gorgeous looking.
I have like 2 of these guys, and then they go for some money now. Like, and he walks and everything, talks. It's really cool stuff. But I have one that's
extremely iconic.
Yeah, it is. It's if you're into like old sci-fi type of stuff, like I love iRobot. What is it called? Not iRobot. What is it called? It's that movie with Vin Diesel. Iron Giant. I love Iron Giant. They also released Iron Giant around the same time. So what I'm a little bit like MT, where if I buy one, I saran wrap it, store it away, and I get the other one and I play with that. So then I have like a mint one, and I have one that I can play with. And people are like, "Oh, yeah." So I do that because it's like, you know, that way you can play and enjoy something, and you also have a mint one, and something ever happens to the other one.
Did you like the new Iron Giant ones that came out just recently from Diamond Select?
Yeah, I have that one up there actually, or I think I may have moved it, but I have one up there. I had this one custom made. This is actually an Optimus Prime hop, but he does move just a tad bit. I don't want to move him too much, but it's a pretty. But he's battle damaged and everything.
Wow.
Real cool. I had
That's
this
really cool.
done by a local guy. His name is Custom Thunder. If you don't know who this is, you should definitely look him up. He takes things and he'll turn your stuff into something very, very unique. I'll show you one thing that he did over here. So he created this little
Oh wow.
Cybertron chip thing. It's like a actual,
Holy moly.
and then you place him on top of this, and it's like, holy crap! Like,
And that's just battery operated?
Optimus Prime is back at Cybertron, or maybe like a little, like it's so cool to look at. Like, this brings me a lot of joy. So,
Nerdmazing asking, is it battery operated?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
all back.
Those are just cool for any almost display.
No.
Yeah, the only thing I want, guys, for this fella right here is maybe a little dome that I can probably put over him, you know, and he'll be perfect. He'll be ready to. He's on my shelf right now, but you know, he's on my other bookshelf, my pop bookshelf. But
Weird place to look for a dome. If maybe try a Container Store. It's no
Container Store.
They have those clear plastic deals that you can just kind of put on top of.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Yeah, I'm looking for something along the lines of that, because I don't want this to collect dust, or at least too much dust, because then I have to, you know, get one of those little air spray dust remover things.
Yeah.
But the fact is that he put so much detail on, like, to make him look so metallic. This is all plastic, guys. It's not like anything. It's not metal. But the fact that he's done such a great job on making him look like, you know, the way he did. And they even added that on there. That wasn't originally on there. I mean, he did a lot of cool things with this. Yeah, this custom piece was about $200. So,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, if you like something, I know we all have an inner nerd. We go out of our ways to spend money on things like this. Like, we just waste money on things that we love. Then another thing I'd like to show you guys is this. This is about maybe 10, 15 years old. Whenever Blackest Night came out, I think that was like over 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah, all the rings.
This is, I don't want to take the rings out, but they do power up. Like, they light up. You can twist them, and they glow. Like, if I turn off the lights right now, all these rings glow. So you could probably have that. You could probably create that cover with Hal Jordan holding all the rings, or Guy Gardner wearing all the rings, because he's practically the only Lantern that can wear all the rings and use the power equally. So it's and they also comes with a little key, you know, like for each ring that you can power.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I've never taken this out. This is actually a gift for me from a friend. Like he, like just a real old childhood friend. I've never opened it. He told me, he was like, you should play with these. I'm like, nah, man. And that's just one thing. It's like when you collect stuff, I know for some of us, we don't like taking them out of the packaging. So I've had that for like ever.
Maybe when you're 90, you can bust it out.
Yeah, you're out of like what are you doing, Grandpa? Like, I'm playing with my rings.
This is my retirement fund. I'm cashing in.
No, it's not. I have another thing that I could show you, but I don't want to. I just don't want to take it out. But it's one of those Dragon Ball Z scouters. You can actually click it, and it actually shows you like power over 9,000. It's so awesome. Wow. It's so amazing. They've created so many amazing things in the past 10, 15 years. That was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I have one, comes with pink, blue, and a green. So, but they're all Dragon Ball Z based. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I have out right now. That's all I can really show you. Everything else, like my Ninja Turtle stuff, they created these other two evil turtles. They were like orange and
yeah. I know exactly
yellowish colored.
Yeah.
They were. I have those, and they're like extremely rare. But I saran wrapped them because I don't have the packaging for them. Because when you're a kid, you just played with them. But I remember I looked them up online, and they were like anywhere around $500-$600 just for one, and I was like, So I just saran wrapped it and I put it away. So had I had more time, I probably would have been able to take those out and show it to you guys. But maybe another segment of action figures. So.
We'll have to do another one soon. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, hey, we are coming to the end of our time. It's been a good episode. So it was fun to have Adam from Nerdmazing. If y'all haven't had a chance to yet, or if you just got here, we showcased Adam's channel a little bit earlier. He showed us off a really cool handmade by robots Batman toy. But you can catch plenty of action figure and collectible showcases and reviews over on his YouTube channel, Nerdmazing. Make sure and go over there and subscribe right now. I think, let's see, what are we at right now? So we've added some subscribers over to his channel. Make sure and go check it out if you haven't already. But big thanks to Adam for hanging out with us tonight and being here. Also, we got a chance to hang out with MT and Jen as well. And they showed off some, talked about some of their toys. And let's see, what's Paul got here?
He's flexing. I'm sure he's flexing.
Yeah, he is.
Who's that one? Who was that, Paul?
Oh, y'all can't see me. Oh.
Oh, wow, that thing is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that, though? I vaguely remember him.
Omega Supreme.
Omega Supreme, baby.
Oh.
He had the rocket ship. That's how they escaped.
Yeah, that rocket ship. I got everything.
He had the little train track. That was an awesome toy. That was another huge toy.
That is massive. That thing is massive. Look at that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. I remember that mural. I remember that mural of them all flying in space and fighting. That was the coolest thing ever.
That was like super cool about Transformers and Masters of the Universe had these really awesome painted posters with all the dioramas and stuff that were in the magazines.
Man,
yeah. And Steve, these had
all out of the water with his.
Had the little.
Oh yeah, the
points that you used to collect.
Hey Paul, can you clip that out for me so I can send it in?
Clip those out, send them over.
I'll do that right now. Yeah. And then you got the tech spec.
Yeah, I remember that.
You had to make your own like 3D glasses to see it.
Yeah.
No, it came with those little red.
Oh my gosh. There's so many memories. All right, so MT, I see you got something. Let me let you flex for a second here too.
I'll flex because, I'll tell you how long it took me to find one of these that isn't broken. So this.
That's what you.
They open up.
Those.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. There's no figures in there, man. That
carrying case.
Yeah, Nerdmazing's right. There's no figures in there, man.
This is the alternate carrying case. The original carrying case was Grayskull. So this is the much harder to find alternate version.
Oh, wow.
They didn't have this out for very long. And then this one, I remember I had to move in second grade. I had to move to Indiana, and because I was so bent out of shape about it, my dad bought me a Panini Masters of the Universe sticker book, right? So that I used to spend my time on. And somehow I lost it over the years, but my buddy at Action Toy Man found me a really nice copy. And so I've been trying to get the stickers to actually fill out the sticker book. But this was a great memory as a kid. But it took me a long time to find one of these that were still in good shape.
Wow.
But, you know what I should have pulled out and I didn't? I've got actual filmation animation cells from the Masters of the Universe show and from Strictly's favorite Gargoyles animation show. Another time, perhaps. So thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, the illustrations were fantastic, weren't they? At any rate, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, it's cool. Hey, just a quick things I had pulled to show. These are from the personal collection. I don't have really cool Generation 1 toys or classic toys like these guys. All I have is just, I'm going to have to settle for the comic books.
What is that? What?
This is my PC copy of Masters of the Universe number 1 in 9.6.
Oh, man, quit playing, man. Where's the action figures at, man?
I've got G.I. Joe number 1 in 9.6.
Oh, okay. Is that where we're going now?
And then one of my favorites, Silverhawks in a CGC.
Oh, man, you're embarrassing me. Nerdmazing's here, man. Where's the action figures at?
Right, come tall.
This is what I got.
Man, don't embarrass me, man.
And I'm currently on
Carlos
the hunt.
has a different flex.
I'm currently on the hunt for a Voltron number 1 to add to these 2 pristine copies.
Turbo Man. Oh,
Early
that's
on,
actually pretty cool.
for a Turbo Man. I got
You
a
need
Turbo
a number
Man
1,
here.
Carlos? Is that what you
That
said?
is
You
cool.
need a number 1?
Yeah, I need to get another. Oh, and then look, somebody was asking for them. I do have quite a few of these. This is mask number 1. This was the first of the.
Nerdmazing's here, man.
Volume 1. That's volume 1 there.
Yeah.
Where's the action figures at, man? Nerdmazing's here, man.
I got another
Don't
action
embarrass
figure
me,
here.
man.
And I'll show this out real quick. Just so I want to shout out Malverde Designs over on Instagram. He made me this cool custom holder for my comic book for displaying it on the shelf.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, well, that's close enough to an action figure. Well, I mean, okay.
There we go. All right, that's all I got. That's all I got to fix. I don't have much. I don't have much, but that's about what I got for these. And I've got some other stuff as well. I've got a bunch of other stuff. I do not have as nice a copy as MT of Visionaries number 1, but hey, he's got a fantastic copy. But hey, thanks to everybody who has hung out with us tonight and just reminisced. It's always fun, especially as we get to our age. Yes, Comic Tracks, he does all kinds. My favorite. Now, y'all probably didn't know. Well, y'all know by now that my favorite of all the '80s cartoon comics or action figure lines was G.I. Joe. I had G.I. Joe and Star Wars action figures growing up. This is one of my favorite covers. Not a very expensive one, but Malverde Designs also did a G.I. Joe one.
Yo, Joe.
Put the comic on there. Let's see it again. All right. Well, that's close enough to an action figure. Okay, man.
I'll throw this because Trax asked about the 3D design. Malverde Designs also did a White Tiger one.
Nice.
But that's that logo's off of the newer one, right? It's daughter or something.
Yeah, but
right.
he didn't have his own. But this is his official adopted logo.
What is official logo?
White
This.
Tiger.
No. I mean, who made that?
Oh, Malverde Designs. So the logo is from the White Tiger miniseries featuring the 4th White Tiger, but Malverde Designs took that and created it. Yes, these are all of them are custom. So this was custom. He did them, and he does the same price for all of them, whether it's custom or it's one that he's already done. Yeah, so you can find him on Instagram. He's at Malverde Designs. That's Malverde, Verde Designs, and you can hit him up, and he'll do these. He's got some that are pre-made that he's done before, but then he's also got. He'll also, if you sent this one, he'd never done it before. He went ahead and made it, And so, I mean, they look super slick on your shelf. I'm going to be ordering several more to fill out the shelf here in the collector's cave with these. But yeah, I recommend it because he did several drafts to get it right. He does hand paint the some of the custom stuff. So, but yeah, it's a really cool thing. Hey, so thanks to everybody for hanging out with us and just chatting, lurking, hanging out. Congratulations to our winner for tonight, L Green Machine. Make sure and message me on Instagram or email me it's carlscollectscomics@gmail.com so I can get your book out to you at the end of the month. For everybody else, I want to make sure and remind you, if you like free giveaways, this is going to be one of our giveaways to celebrate 1,000 subscribers. This is a 50 pack of silver golden age size Mylite 2s, brand new, still in wrapper. They can be sent to you, and this is just one of the prizes that we're going to be giving away to celebrate breaking 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now is the time to do so that when that announcement video goes live, when we start talking about when that celebration episode will be, you'll be one of the first ones to know, and you'll be able to enter to win because there'll be plenty of fun giveaways, and that's going to be something that we all celebrate. We'll try to get a whole bunch of people back and just have a good old time with that. But this has been the giveaway show. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. One more last shout out to Nerdmazing. Adam has hung out with us tonight, been a very gracious guest and shared just some of his knowledge and some of his love for toys. Really cool stuff. You can tell that he loves this stuff in every single review video that he produces because of the attention to detail and just all the different highlights that he showcases and the high production value. So make sure and go check him out. Also, if you haven't checked it out yet, we do over on the channel, we do have a 4-part video series for new comic collectors called Comic Collecting for Beginners. It's a completely free video series that you can watch. It gives you a whole bunch of tips. And guess what? It's not just for beginners. It's also for those who are intermediate, even advanced collectors. There's always something you can learn and pick up there. Just a reminder that we do have 3 nights of shows here on the channel. Monday Halls Live, spearheaded by MT. He's always dropping the knowledge for us and letting us know about the newest books that we should be paying attention to, well ahead of the time that we should be paying attention to them. The giveaway show, which you're watching right now, Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Central, and then Fridays at 10 p.m. Central. Have got to drop this Green Lantern video for my top 10 picks for Green Lantern comics you should be paying attention to right now. So thank you guys again for watching. I'm going to jump back out in the panel view so Paul can flex and the rest of us can say good night.
So if everybody didn't understand, this is what you collected your points for to send it in for these.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, Turbo Man wins. Turbo Man wins.
Yeah,
Turbo
yeah.
Man,
The Turbo.
Where's my Turbo Man?
Didn't see you do that.
You remember Kool-Aid points you could send to the Turbo Man. Kool-Aid points.
Because I got one.
This is what you're talking about. This is for the tech to read
Yeah.
Nice, Paul. Nice.
All right. Well, hey, it's been good hanging out with each of you that are still here with us. Thank you all for all that watched tonight and tuned in. And even if you're watching on the rewind, make sure and keep collecting those comics. And we will see you next time. Good night, and have a great rest of your week. We'll see you.
Guys.
Bye.